Europe is a beautiful continent, filled with lush countryside, remarkable buildings, and extraordinary food. During the few weeks I spent traveling through Europe, I found myself intrigued by the country of Switzerland. First, visiting Zurich during the second week of class, and second, visiting the beautiful town of Lucerne with my family. I began to wonder how Switzerland has been able to keep its beauty and history so intact while being located right in the middle of two great World War zones. The answer? National neutrality and its infamous banking system. Switzerland is ranked the third happiest country in the world. But why? Its thriving economy has allowed the Swiss to continually invest in its most important natural resource, human capital. By investing in their own people, it's led to an economy that is competitive, highly innovative, and has adopted technology fast. Human capital is a function of four pillars: health and wellness, education, work and employment, and what World Economic Forum calls an enabling environment, which includes factors like legal framework and infrastructure that allows for returns on human capital. Switzerland topped the index by generating high scores across the four pillars, coming in first in the health and wellness and workforce and employment categories, second for enabling environment, and fourth in education, which goes a long way in explaining the success of the Swiss economy. Switzerland is not a member of the 27-nation European Union, and it has its own currency, the Swiss franc. It has escaped the world of a crisis that has affected countries of the Eurozone and charted its own course during the continent's economic downturn. By staying out of other nations' business and merely focusing on itself, Switzerland has been able to maintain a productive economy. Swiss bank accounts aren't just for millionaires, criminals, or government officials trying to hide ill-gotten wealth, or celebrities protecting their assets from former spouses. They're available to anyone, and lots of average people have Swiss bank accounts. People who live in countries with unstable governments and banks in particular often turn to Swiss banks because of their security and privacy. Swiss law forbids bankers to disclose the existence of your account or any other information about it without your consent, similar to doctor-patient confidentiality. In Switzerland, if a banker divulges information about a bank account without permission, immediate prosecution is begun by the Swiss public attorney. Bankers face up to 6 months in prison and a fine of up to 50,000 Swiss francs, and you have the option of suing the bank for damages. Needless to say, Swiss banks are very careful about protecting your privacy and view privacy as a fundamental human right. Banking in Switzerland is regulated by the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority, which derives its authority from a series of federal statutes. The country's tradition of bank secrecy, which dates to the Middle Ages, was first codified in the Federal Act on Banks and Savings Banks, otherwise known as the Banking Law of 1934. As of 2008, there are 327 authorized banks and securities dealers in Switzerland, ranging from the two big banks, which are UBS and Credit Suisse, down to small banks serving the needs of a single community or a few special clients. However, secret Swiss bank accounts are no longer what they used to be because of pressures by the United States government. Switzerland has been forced to loosen their privacy laws and agreed to divulge to the U.S. government which Americans have accounts there to avoid prosecution on charges of helping them evade taxes. Even though Switzerland and the U.S. have formed an agreement, Swiss banks continue to respect the historical privacy of their clients and continue to be a driving source of cash flow in the Swiss economy. From my time in Switzerland, I could tell that the people who live there are genuinely happy, enjoy their lives, and stay out of other people's business. One day, I may end up finding myself visiting this beautiful country again. And this time, I may just stay forever.